Monday, 1640, 39 seconds, year 2024. 2024, the year. 12th month, December 16th day. Now, 2 notes per chord. Two note chords. 2 note chords. And brother is on box 1. This would be box 1, so put this up here. This is box 1. And this is the circuitry. Box 1 circuit court. Okay, the circuit is for wire connections. These are the wire connections. So wire connect. Chord is also a wood chord. Wood cord. For wood stoves. For heat. So, this was the first one, first circuit. This is the second circuit. It was still too small. And then this one down here is a bigger one. And this one gives more insight. This would be like the 1 minute time frame, the 15-minute time frame, and the hour time frame for financial court markets, financial circuit courts, bankers bench markets, financial instruments. It's for financial instruments. Then up here, there's that there. Get some insight on that. And then this on the side. This is a continuation of that top part. Forward and reverse numbers combo. Example. 14 is 41, 15 is 51, 16 is 61. 24 is 42, 25 is 52, 26 is 62. 34 is 43, 35 is 53, 36 is 63. And that's just for the 5th and the 6th string combos. So that right there would be this is a 1 and a 4. So going the opposite direction, sometimes it's a 4 and a 1, which would be the same thing here. There's a 1 note and there's a 4 note. It would be a 41. So, and then a 1 and a 5 is a 51. There's a 51 there. Just to show going back and forth between the strings determines the combination, the 2-note chord combination direction as far as the numbers go. And then a 1 and a 6 would be a 61. There's a 61 also. And then a 6 and a 1 are 2 notes that are also in the 4 note, or the 4 chord. 61 is also for a 6 chord, which is there. There's also two note numbers for a 4 chord. And then that is shown through this key. Here's a 6 and 1 that's circled in red. And here's another 61 that's circled in red. And then there's a wire connection going to it. 61 going to the 61 there. And then there's a wire connection bringing this all the way down here, connecting it to this, showing that a 61 combination is times 2. Because following the wire back up, the connection, the circuit wire, 61 goes with a 6th chord, or a 6th note, which is La, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do, a deer, a female deer, Re, drop, golden sun, Mi, a name, to ride, a claim, Fa, long, long, Re, to run. So, drink gram red tea, no, La, no, note that falls so. So, there's 6 and a 4. Both contain a 61, which is also known as a 16. Go in the opposite direction. So, once again, this is the number 1 box. 3 notes per string. That's important to put up here too. And then putting that together there. There could be some more writing that wants to go in there. That separates, this writing separates it from this line here, so there's no confusion. Now here's another wire. So there's a wire connect. It goes from, there are 52 note chords. Just eliminated the S for less confusion, less letters. There are 52 note chords per box. Times 7 boxes, that would be 3 note per string boxes. So the word box here is also connected to the word box there. There's a connection. That equals a total of 350 two-note chords. There are a total of 350 two-note chords. That is a fucking lot to memorize. You know, and this Sicily brother has the capacity to say this on that account. No wonder it's nowhere to be found on the internet, on Google or YouTube or in any fucking music book. No wonder. Who the fuck wants to put that much labor in to figure that shit out and chart it out, map it out, chart it out? Who the fuck? I mean, only the few, the proud, the Marines would chart that shit out. That's another word for sailor. Only a sailor-oriented individual would chart that shit out. That's all that this is. It's charting. It's the same thing as astrology. Charting. It's the same thing as mapping the seas. It's charting. Charter. Think on that. Char. Look at the word char. That char is the word fire, playing with fire. That would be a fire player. A fire player. One that likes to play with fire. So, you know, if this is the G key, that's 3 notes per string. And this particular charter, or, you know, astrologer, maritime, private maritime military auditor, it's all the same thing, has charted this out and given it a distinguishing name, a title, a name to be able to remember. This is called the slop pattern. 3 notes per string. 1, 2, 3, that's the 1 slop. 4, 5, 6, that's the 6 slop, or the 4 slop. Because the reason why this starts on the 4 is called the 4 slop, because this starts on the 1, and it goes 1, 2, 3 on the 6th string, and then moves to the 5th string to start to 4. 4, 5, 6. And then this is the shape for the bop. Reason being is because these 2 fingers bop into each other. And that's the 7 bop, 3 bop, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this right here is called the hop finger shape, because there's like a river right here to hop over. Slop, bop, hop. And they rhyme. The reason why this is called slop is because it's like putting gears in here, but they're sloppy. So there's a word picture to remember. Bop, these 2 fingers are bopping into each other. There's a picture, there's the picture to visualize. Close together, 2 fingers close together, they're bopping into each other. And this is hop. A visual picture to hop over the river. There's a river, there's a space right there, which brings the shape. That's 6 hop, 2 hop. And so this is the number 1, called the number 1 box, which is 3 notes per string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 notes per string. So,
Hey, Bob. Yeah, I'm here, man. You could put the pup. She couldn't get the poo-poo out this morning, but she had some more Mirror Relax. Yeah, heck, some more Mirror Relax. Probably squeeze it out later on. It's been 3 days I haven't shit. Man, it's in there. Oh, boo. It's in there, man. It is what it just is, man. Shit happens. He says shit happens, man. Shit happens. Yeah, shit happens, man. It happens when it wants. It just happens. Shit happens, man. I'm laying there right here. Look here, fucker. That's for your tail.
yeah, so here's the numbers. 3 notes per string. In big numbers to be able to see it. 1, 2, 3, that's 1 slop. 4, 5, 6, that's 4 slop. 7, get the feather here, like Roger Spur on Mud Fossil University. It's nice to have a pointer. This one happens to be a pencil. Pen is the first syllable for penis. Pen, pain. This is the pencil with an eraser. An eraser. Electronic razor. See like that? DiPole electricity, free energy. Prepaid, treasury prepaid. You know, to replace all this drill baby drill, which is just temporary to be able to at least self-sustain independently with a nation instead of obtaining it from someone else until the dipole electricity theories come out and are implemented with the, you know, as Roger Spur shares on the videos, YouTube videos. So 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is the first string. This is the fifth string. This is the fourth string. This is the third string. The second string, which is 6, 7, 1. And the first string, 2, 3, 4. There are 7 notes in music. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it starts again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. It ends on 4 because that's the last string on the guitar. And then down here, the number 2 box, which would be different than the 1 box, would start on the 2. And it would go 2, 3, 4. And the 1 would not be included. This would be blank. This would be erased. The eraser, it would be erased. And start on 2. And so since there's 7 notes, there's also 7 boxes. 3 notes per string. Now, each string composes 2 notes. String, although this is called the 6th string and the 5th string, for simplicity's sake, just call it the 1st and the 2nd string, a number 1 string and a number 2 string. One could say that. 2 strings gives a 2-note chord combination. There's the 1, 4. Put the finger on the 1 and on the 4. Put a finger on a 1 and a 5. Put the finger on a 1 and a 6. Now, the 1 and a 4 are notes to a 4 chord, which go up here to the key 4 chord. It contains a 4, 6, and a 1. A 1 and a 4 are 2 notes with the 4 chord. And each note is called an arpeggio. An arpeggio is interpreted, it has 3 notes per chord. But instead of playing 3 note chords, we're wanting to know the 2 note chords on the guitar. 2 note chords. All the 2 note chords on the guitar. So, a 1 and a 4 is a 4 chord. A 1 and a 5 is a 1 chord. And these are all color coded with the rainbow colors in order. This would be like this. The red goes here, the orange is there, the yellow is there, and the green is there. This is the rainbow order in nature. Brown would be here for the octave, for do to do in music. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. This there is no brown pen here, so we just had to go start from red. Red, the leaves start to turn red from the brown ground. And then the next stage for the leaves is orange. This is going from ground to top, from ground to sky. The next stage, the leaves turn yellow. The next color of the rainbow is green for the green trees when they're green. And then there's blue for the blue sky. And then go a little bit further into the sky, it starts to go purple. This is all rainbow order. And then the black outer space. And so red is for the number 1 chord. 2 is for the number 2 chord. Yellow is for the number 3 chord. 4 is for the number 4 chord. 5, 6, 7. 5 is blue. That's supposed to be purple, but they all look like black because it's hard to tell the colors once the ink gets on the paper. It's easier to see it here. Once the ink gets on the paper, it's harder to distinguish. That's just the way what happens with cameras. Now, if this camera was a much more accurate camera, one will be able to see the distinction in the colors. But at least it's wonderful enough camera. So 1 is the ground. Everything goes from ground to top, and then from top down. It goes both ways. The colors. So now, each two-note chord combination between each string has 36 variations in total altogether. 36 variations in total altogether. That would be the 6th string and the 5th string. The 5th string and the 4th string is 10 combinations. The 6th and the 5th string, there's 10 combinations. It would seem like there would be 9 combinations because each number is connected to 3 other notes. 1 to 4 is 1 combination. 1 to 5 is another combination, a second combination. 1 to 6 is a third combination. However, remember that the 1 and the 3 combination has two connections. A 6 and a 1 combination has 2 connections, or 2 combinations. A 1 and a 3 note has 2 combinations, whereas a 1 to a 4 note only has 1 combination, because there's only 1 chord that contains a 1 and a 4 note. None of the other chords contain a 1 and a 4 note. Now this 1 chord here, it contains a 1 and a 3, and going down here to the 6th chord, there's a 1 and a 3. And so whenever there is a, say for instance, a 1 and a 3, like a 1 and a 3 here, this would be either a 1 chord or a 6 chord. And so there needs to be another line drawn here. So there's an edit happening right here live on the camera. So I'm going to draw another line for the 1 and the 3. I'm going to add a 6 here. Actually, that should be purple. It should be purple color. Use the purple. That's the purple. brother was using the black, but it's, have to get that habit. So there's a correction right there, living on the camera. So each two note combination has, or each note number has 3 combinations to choose from. But when it comes to the three note, and when it hits the 5, the key here, the 35 has 2 combinations. The 3 and the 5 note has 2 combinations. In other words, there are 2 different chords that contain a 3 and a 5 note. And go up here. Here's the chord number 3 in the yellow, with the yellow color, 3 and a 5. And there's a circuit line, a wire connected to up here, the 3 and the 5, circled. And then that's part to the 1 chord. And then of course these 2, 3 and 5, are connected with a circuit wire so that current can pass through and connect to this key. This is the key. The 3 note, it connects to a 34, which is that 3/4. It's also connected to a 3/5, 35. That's 35. And 3 and 5 has 2 combinations. It's connected to 2 chords. And there's also the 3 and the 6. 3 and the 6 right there, which is the 6th chord. And so, seeing as how there's an extra combination here, instead of 9 combinations, because there's 3 notes, 1, 2, 3, on the string, and each note has 3 notes to connect to. So 3 times 3 would be 9. However, we have to add the extra connection here because a 35 has 2 combinations. So 9 combinations plus 1 combination is 10 combinations for the 6th and the 5th string on the guitar, which is the 2 big ones here. The 6th string, the 6th string, the 6th string, 6th string, and the 5th string. Bong, bong. So, and then there's, for each string set, each double string set, 2 strings, double strings, there are in total 50 combinations altogether. 10, 20. Got the brackets here going from the 5th string to the 4th string. And the brackets going from the 4th string to the 3rd string. 10 combinations. Then from the 3rd string to the 2nd string, 10 combinations. And from the 2nd string to the 1st string, 10 combinations. For a total 1 10, 2 10s, 3 10s, 4 10s, 5 10s, which is 50. So there are 50 combinations altogether, which there's a circuit here, there's a connecting wire. These are connected. All these are connected for the DiPole electricity. Zzz, zzz, zzz. The combination goes all the way up here, wire connect, and there's the note, the key note. There are 52 note chords. It just happened to eliminate the S per box. And this would be the number 1 box. Once again, this is the number 1 box. This right here is the number 1 box. And at microscopic level, increase the microscopic level, and now it's increased even more. So, once again, the connecting wire, the wire connect. There are 52 note chords per box. Times 7 boxes, because there's 7 notes, so there's going to be 7 boxes. And there's a key up here that reveals the 7 boxes. Once again, this would be 3 notes per string. This is box number 1. In Greek, it's called Ionian. So one could study language, study the Greek language. And then box 2, there's box 3, box 4, it's called Lydian. Box 5, called Mixolydian. Box 6, called Aeolian, Greek, that's the Greek language. Box 7, called Locrian. So zooming out, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes. And here's another chart down here. Another written chart. And here's the chords once again. The 1 chord is 1, 3, 5. The 1 note, the 3, 5, and the 5. The 1 note, the 3 note, and the 5 note, which are called arpeggio notes, like turning the page in a book. It's a 3-page book. And so, and then it gets on to other stuff down here. But and once again, this is the 3 notes per string box again. 3 note per string box again. This is 1 slop. This one is 4 slop. This string 4 here is 7 bop. And this string is 4 bop. This string is 6 hop, because there's a space in between these notes. And then 2 hop. That's the 2 note, that's the 3 note, and this dot is the 4 note. The 4 dot, 3 dot, 2 dot, which represents note. It's just a chart, a graph to chart it out, to graph it out. And there's box number 2, which starts on this note here, because this would be the 2 note. 1, 2, 3. This is 2, so this box starts, the 2 box, it starts on the 2 note. And this is the pattern, and there is a formula to figure out each pattern, the musical pattern for the 7 notes. There is a formula. There's the box 3, there's box 4 down there, and box 5, and it's the same pattern as these. Box 4, box 5. This is just a repetition. It's a repeat for this particular chart. This is a chart. This is called a key chart. All the musical keys. And this is a different chart for some other idea. It's like this over here is a different chart. Different musical chart. This is a relationship chart. It gets into the relationships, also called interval, but it's something different. And then there's some other charts on the wall over here. Some written. Jeez, it's fucking getting hot in here. Brother needs to open the... Get the shirt off. Brother needs to get the shirt off and open the back door. It's getting hot in here. Fuck.
I need your boober pops, huh, boob?
That's why Boob's out here on the carpet, because she said, God, it's fucking... She says, it's hot behind that fucking thing back. I'm over here now. The fire's a bit hot. Although the fire is going out and it needs to be stoked once again. As hot as it is in here, which is only 70 degrees. But the brother's been busy, and he's sitting next to the fireplace. So get some more wood. Throw another piece of wood in there. Yeah, what the hell? Throw another one. There we go. Got the fans blowing the air. So getting back to the so there are, each box has 36 variations. There are 6 strings and 3 notes. And then times the 3 notes. 6 strings times the 3 notes per string, because there's 3 notes per string. 1, 2, 3. And then there's 1, 2, 3 on the next string. Note 7, note 1, note 2 on the 4th string, which is 1, 2, 3 notes. So 6 strings altogether. That's 3 times 18. Or 6 strings times 3 notes, which is 18. However, the reason there's 36 variations is because of this note here with a connecting wire. Each 2-note combination is a forward and a reverse number combination. Example, a 1 and a 4 is a 41. A 1, 5 is a 51. 1, 6 is 6, 1. A 24 is 42. A 25 is 52. 26 is 62. A 34 is 43. A 35 is 53. A 36 is 63. And that's just for the 6th and 5th string combination. So that's 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 2, 3 is 6, plus 1, 2, 3 is 9, plus 1, 2, 3 is 12, plus 1, 2, 3 is 15, plus 1, 2, 3 is 18, which is the 18 number right here. So, this could be incorrect. This 36 number could be incorrect. Each box, 36 variations. Have to figure out how the brother got to that number. There was a... there probably was a conscious reason, and it's just not conscious right now at this point. But you know, this is just to get something, to write something down, just to be able to keep track, just be able to keep track of this chart, and then everything can be whited out with the whiteout and the numbers changed. And this has already been whited out and had the number changed once already. You see, where did the brother get 36 from? Let's see, 3 times 6 is 18. 18 times 2. Yeah, maybe it could be that the answer is here. It could be this. Right now, this needs to be written in. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This one's going down the side here. The combinations, a 1 and a 4. You get remember to get the feather, the peen seal, the penis seal. Brother needs some cock lube here. Some semen. Remember, charting is maritime sailor. You know, and it's also Army Air Force, because they chart the land too. So, outer space is considered like water, like charting the seas, because it's easy. It was easy to chart the land. It's harder to chart the sea, although it's probably not. It's probably equal. It just seems like it would be. It would be harder to chart the sea, because you got to construct ships, and then you got to train for something new. You know, before there were ships, there were no ships. Before there were ships, no one knew what the fuck was going on with the oceans. And some people speculated that the world is flat and there's an edge and one could fall off of it. One could fall off. I guess that would be considered a waterfall. And all that shit. Anyway, so wondering where this 36 came from. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 6. That's where it is. Here's a set of 3. That's because each string has 9 combinations. That would be the 50. Hold on a second here. So this probably has to be changed. Okay, here's a key right here. Each note number each note number 3 combination. So this has to be changed because it's confusing here. This has to be changed to spell the 3. So THREE. Each note number 3 combination is 3 times 1 is a 4th combination. One is a 4th combination, which is the phenomena here. A 35 note has 2 combinations. A 35 note number chord, 2-note chord, 2-note chord has a combination there. And then this number would be 50. How the fuck did this get 18? So this needs to be changed too. This has to be 50. And then this word has to be changed to combinations. So this needs to be changed to 50. This word needs to be changed to combination. Each box is 50. Combination. And then 6 strings times 3 equals 18. That's correct. 3 notes per string, and so there's 18. 18 digits. That would be more precise. 18 digit positions to consider. There's 18 digit positions to consider. That would be more general. 18 digit positions. So then this would have to, this would need to, this thing's not 18, and then just put this. The brother's just gonna have to set the camera down here, or I suppose it could be like this. Brother's gonna have to set the camera down and hopefully, yeah, just go like this. 18 digit position, so it's gonna have to 18, and then need to erase this line here. Probably put it like that. 18, and then digit positions. 18 digit positions. And I guess it needs to have the, I guess dropping the S isn't a good idea. I can't even read that. It's right off the edge of the fucking page. Need something hard to put under there. Be able to get that. Digit. So here it would be there, digit positions. Each box, 50 combinations, 6 strings times 3 equals 18 digit positions. Then forward and reversed, that would be that. Three, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Oh, well. It can be corrected later. The more clear it becomes, the more it can be. Anyway, so 18 variations times 3 combinations equals 56 two-note chords per box. Is that right? No, that's wrong. It's 52 chord nodes per box. It isn't. It would seem like it. It would seem like it. 18 times 3 is 56. But it's not. It's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 per box. Because this is considered a box here. 18 variations at 3 combinations. And it's going to be 52 note chords. It's got to say 52 note chords. It's not 56. It's got to be 50. Because there's 50 there. 50 combinations equals 50. Combinations. 2-note chords per box. 52 note chords per box times 7 boxes equals 352 note chords altogether. That's correct. That's correct there. Box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4, box 5, box 6, box 7, because there are 7 notes, which are also 7 chords. A chord is 3 note numbers called an arpeggio, which is another word for a chord. Arpeggio just means singled out, single note. That's arpeggio, like page. 3 pages to turn pages. So there's 3 pages to this book, to this pamphlet, to this article, or court, or case, court case. 3 pages. That could be 3-page affidavit or 3-page complaint, 3 pages evidence, all kinds of shit. So, there it is. Gone over everything on this piece of paper here. And so one can look at it again, and that's as zoom in as close for zoom in as it gets for this chart here. I guess one could pause the YouTube video and spread it out with the fingers to zoom in. Remember, this is just one box. And this is just the first effort. This is just the first effort. So far, this map needs to be enlarged more with a microscope. It needs a full page. It needs a full page. And each one of these notes needs to be separately mapped out on one page. So this note needs a page with itself, a full page. And so that would be a total of 350 pages just to map this out for simplicity, so that one could say, all right, well, for the number 1 note here with the number 1 box on the 6th string, it has 1 to 4, 1 to 4, which is 1 chord, 1 2-note chord. It can go 1 to 5. In other words, put a finger on the 1 for the 6th string, put a finger on the 4 on the 5th string. So here it would be on the guitar. There would be a finger here and a finger there, which when one puts the finger around like that, one could put a finger there and a finger there and a finger there. Or just hold them both since they're close. So there's that note, and then 3 notes per string. It's going to be like this. That note on the 6th string, and that note on the 5th string. That note on the 1st string, and that note on the 5th string down there. That's a chord. It's called a chord. Strum them together, it's a chord. And so, in looking at it that way with the guitar, you get a more thorough picture. It would look like this. This over here. So here's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 5th and the 6th string and the 5th string. So these 2 notes, a 1 note and a 4 note, can be held together. Play them together on the guitar. Play them together. Be able to get it. Get this more like this. There. So there it is. Play those 2 together. One could pluck them, or go like that. So the 1 and the 4, there's going to be a 1 and a 5. A 1 and the 6th. Those are called chords. Da, 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 da. And then go to the 2 note, which is from 1 to the 2 on the 6th string. And so it's going to be, put the finger over here, da, da, there's a chord, da, here's another one, these 2, da, and da, and then go to the 3rd note, and it's 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6, and so, you know, all the different combinations that there are just for these 2 strings, one could just start playing around with them. Da, 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 da. Now the whole object for having this mapped out is to be able to have a key chart to help memorize. The map or the chart is just to help to assist, like a sister, to have a sister, to engage the queen energy instead of just the man-king energy. So that one could know where one could recognize where the music is, and then once one recognizes where the music is, the musical chords, then one could say, can quickly conclude that, this is the 6th chord or the 3rd chord. Then one could consciously plot a chart to the next chord and say, I feel like playing a 2 chord, and then purposely play a 2 chord to purposely locate the 2 chord and go from 6 to a 2, a 6 to a 2, while the single note melodies are playing. Da, 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 chord 6, da, da, chord 2, da, 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 chord 6, da, 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 da. a 4, which is a dissonant chord, which there's another lesson for dissonant chords. But, simply put, dissonant chords usually are not played in music. They're considered the unbeautiful or the ugly chords. Nobody likes the beautiful people don't associate with ugly people, right? That's the rich rulers and the poor, the rich rulers don't associate with the slaves. They're considered disposable, ugly. To be dissonant, meaning they're stupid, they're ignorant. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't sound very good. So that's what these chords represent. Usually they don't sound like the beautiful chords, like this. Ah, yeah. But this. Ugly, right? That was a 1. Brother knows that sound, though. So that's the whole idea, is to be able to get more proficient and purposeful with the composition instead of just guessing and just, and wondering, well, instead of just guessing, to have purpose now, to have purpose and direction, to have direction. sometimes it's wonderful to have direction, and sometimes it's wonderful also to be directionless. But to be able to be both, to be equal, well-rounded, to have equilibrium, balance. Balance is a bad word because that means debtor. The word balance in financial instruments, courts and all that stuff, banking, means debtor. If the books aren't balanced, it means there's a debt somewhere that someone hasn't paid, or a tax. Now here comes the tax collector to chop off someone's head if they don't pay up. Knock on the door, hey, debtor, we're short on the books here. Balance, we need to balance the books. So balance is associated with debt. There's a debt. So that's why that's not a very good word to use. Equilibrium is more distinguished, more appropriate, more accurate. To be equal, to share equally. So all this town talk that's centered around this great word, this word that seems so great called balance. Well, we need to balance everything. And everybody's just like, yeah. All the heads in the town say yes and clap. Yes, we do need to balance. And the ones in the know consider all the rest of the people that are clapping their hands to be stupid, fucking ignorant as fuck. And those are what the slaves are referred to as, the ignorant fuckers. Because they got no idea that the rich people, when the rich say the word balance, they're talking about debtors, as in, we need to keep a balance in society. In other words, we need to keep slaves going. No equilibrium. We need to keep slaves going. There ain't going to be equal share in all the resources throughout the whole universe. Equal knowledge with technology and all that stuff. Consideration and education and schools and shit like that. It's going to be all one-sided, Just go study the Roger Spur material and you'll start to... And that's where the audit comes in. The audit exposes all the balance that's going on. The audit exposes all the balance that's going on. The balancing act, the ballet. That all the poor and ignorant people, the uneducated, have no idea what's going on. Not a fucking clue. So, things to think on. Things to think on. Things to think on. So, anyway. And so, one of Roger Spur's Mud Fossil YouTuber, Mud Fossil University, one of the latest videos, he's revealing, he's saying, hey, drill baby drill isn't the greatest thing in the whole world. Although Russell says, it's temporary, because it's good to be energy independent rather than buying oil from someone else. But then Roger comes and says the ultimate is to go DiPole electricity through the Venturis. And he gives, wonderful information of how to get off all this drill baby drill stuff. So that the firmament's not so burnt up and fucked up to where it's causing, havoc in different parts of the world, which could be a disaster for society, humanity. It could be. Who the fuck knows? It just seems like it could be. This is all just information to consider. It's evidence to consider. Not saying that it is. Not saying that it has to go to this and has to go to that, and that there has to be changes, and that there has to be drill baby drill plan to get off a drill baby drill. Drilling for all the oil and shit like that. They say that the earth is warming up because of all the pollution from burning shit all the time. Burning electricity, cars, gasoline, all that shit. And it's causing the earth to get hotter, which more fires, burning people down. All the ice is melting, and then the dead giants, their blood and their feces and all the dead bodies and decay from giants and shit are polluting the waters with more iron and mercuries, or where all the base metals, transition metals that are in the blood and in the body. It's of course going to bubble up. It's going to start decomposing because stuff that's frozen. It's just evidence to consider. And so, since how this is a society where there is evidence to consider, it's like a county board meeting. That's all it is. It's a county board meeting. To be able to sit and listen to auditors. That's just another way to say, anyone that has anything to say has the opportunity to sit at the table or stand up anywhere on a video. County board meeting it can be something besides just going down to a local room, down to the county court, set up shop down there. It can be all online too. Put up videos, county board meeting videos, sitting at tables. Just putting up videos out in public on YouTube, period, is a county board meeting. Someone sitting up, standing up at the table and saying what needs to be shared. So sometimes it can be, because of societal bad habit, it can turn into an all-outrageous event. But still, it still needs to be allowed, because people have been, there's been a lot of stepping on others, a lot of control, a lot of bulliness, which equates to a lot of unconsciousness, which has a good side too, and just natural, universal nature. Being unconscious is just part. It's just part to the universe, universal energy, unconsciousness. And then the motherly energy brings consciousness for a child. The child that's been stepped on, allowed to explore all it wants and go and kill and slave master others and all that shit until it learns to. The mother speaks up and says, there's more to learn, child. Now that you've explored and you've satisfied all your curiosities, and you want to beat everyone up and kill them and slave them and all that shit. Mother has more information for you to become more conscious to learn how to, change societal habits or individual habits and become more conscious, which usually, gets more into sharing and equal treatment and, treat everyone equal, accept everything and all information, all people, all living organisms, accept them for value. This gets into private maritime law information with YouTuber Winston Shrout, who was unlawfully thrown into federal prison, been in there since 2007, 19, serving a 10-year sentence, who knows whether or not the brother's still around, or whether he's, who knows if it could be all just a government inside job setup. Who knows? It could be this, could be that, but that's the reports. And so dealing with that, and looking for the wonderfulness in it. And Winston Stratt YouTube videos shares all acceptance for value, accepted for value, and it goes beyond just paper and coin money and bills and charges. It gets into the universal levels. Accepted for value and returned to the treasury for set off. Because everything's supposed to be prepaid, because the people were converted into the creditors to the bankruptcy. Now think on universal bankruptcy. People's expressions have been shut down, but yet they are the creditors. That's accessing the universal treasury chest, the set-off, creditor to the bankruptcy, creditor to the universal energy, the expression that one brings out, getting into DiPole, electric energy or magnetic energy, living energy, beyond, expression is Roger Spur brings the Mud Fossil University YouTube channel and brings the DiPole electric Venturi energy, free energy, information to explore and to improve upon, or all kinds of other things to at least look into more at the for all those in the slave master levels, to learn how to share and be equal, and look at things and look at the information that's being shared and consider it and say, oh my God, this could be. Look what's going on with all the giants and shit, and the land masses and dipole electricity. Look at it closer and give it an opportunity to reveal and pass and share the knowledge so that others can see it and say, oh, well, shit. Yeah, at a higher level, at a higher dipole electricity magnetic level, the energy, the universal energy for getting into living forever, instead of having to continue on with this death corpse rule, dominant rule, with death corpse dominant rule, expecting that there's nothing more assured to be in life, in this condition, in this atmosphere, in this existence, nothing more assured, no sure to depend on than death and taxes. There's beyond all that, death and taxes. It's getting into living forever. And consciousness is part to the energy for growing, and looking at all the evidence that there is. To look at all the evidence and give it a shared opportunity to function. Because there could be some major improvements, societal, earthly, universal improvements, could be evidence, could be given it an opportunity to have it be shared and implemented, and see the things that happen. So anyway, pull finger.